Trust boundary, drawing the lines your systems depend on. Security protocols, cloud infrastructure, and the AI working behind your tools, drawn out step by step until they click. Today on Trust Boundary OpenID Connect, the reasons sign in with Microsoft can prove who you are without every app building its own login. Last time OAuth got an app permission to call an API. But notice what it never actually established. Who you are. A token that opens a door doesn't say whose hand is on the handle. Same cast as before, with new job titles. You in a browser and the client app, in OpenID's language, the relying party, because it relies on someone else to vouch for you. Entra ID is now the OpenID provider, the one that authenticates you and issues the proof. And an API if the app still needs one. For years, apps faked authentication with OAuth, and it quietly broke. Apps reasoned, this user handed me a valid access token, so they must be who they say. But an access token only proves permission, not identity. A token issued to a totally different app could be replayed to log in as someone else. That's a real named attack. OpenID Connect fixed it by standardizing a second token whose entire job is identity, the ID token. A signed statement issued to one named app saying this specific user just authenticated. One small addition on top of OAuth and sign in with became safe. The app starts by inventing a nonce, a one-time random value. Remember it. It's the thread that ties this login together. It sends your browser to the provider, and the tell is one word in the scope: OpenID. That's what turns an ordinary OAuth request into a request for identity. The provider authenticates you, password, MFA, whatever your org requires. Your credentials go only to the provider, exactly as before. It redirects back with an authorization code through the browser. The app redeems that code at the token endpoint on the back channel, just like OAuth. And here's the OpenID difference. The response carries two tokens, an access token for APIs and an ID token, the proof of who just signed in. The app validates the ID token before trusting a word of it. The signature, the issuer, that the audience is itself, that it hasn't expired, and that the nonce matches the one from step one. If it checks out, you're signed in, and the app never had to call an API to learn your name. It was in the token. Decode the ID token, and it's a JWT, like the access token we dissected before, but the claims are about identity, not access. The subject, a stable, unique ID for this user. This is what you key your accounts on, never the email, which can change hands. The audience. The client ID this token was minted for. If it isn't your app, you reject the token. This single check stops a token meant for someone else being replayed at you. The nonce echoed back. Proof this token answers the login your app actually started, not a replayed old one. Keep the two straight and OpenID never confuses you. The ID token is about the user, and it's for the app. The access token is for the API. Different tokens, different audiences, different jobs. One thing I glossed over, the app verifies the token's signature, but signatures need a key, and the app was never handed one. So where does it get it? The answer is discovery. Every OpenID provider publishes a metadata document at a well-known URL that describes itself. It lists the provider's endpoints and, crucially, a link to its public signing keys, the JWKs. The app fetches those public keys once and caches them. From then on, it verifies every token's signature locally, matching the key ID in the token header to the right public key. No network call per login. And because the provider holds the private key, only the provider can mint a token that passes. Here's why that audience check isn't paperwork. Suppose an app skips it, a surprisingly common bug. The attacker runs their own app, App A, and signs in legitimately. They receive a perfectly valid ID token with audience, App A. They take that genuine, correctly signed token and present it to App B, claiming to be you. If App B does its job, it reads the audience, App A, not me, and throws the token out. The signature was fine. The token simply wasn't meant for it. But if App B skipped that one check, trusting any validly signed token, the attacker is now logged in as whoever that token names. A real signature, the wrong audience, a full account takeover. So the lesson, a valid signature only means the provider issued the token. It does not mean the token was issued for you. Audience, issuer, nonce. Check all three, every time. So here's the whole episode on one screen. 2 different questions, 2 different tokens. Who are you is answered by the ID token. Authentication for the app. What may you do is answered by the access token. Authorization for the API. OAuth handled the second question. OpenID Connect added a clean answer to the first. And the boundary that holds it together is the one apps forget. A signature proves who issued a token, but only the audience proves it was issued for you. Check both, and sign in with is one of the safest things on the web. That's one boundary drawn, and there are plenty more lines to trace. If this made things click, subscribe, and here's what we're drawing next.